All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are tackling one of the most important skills you'll need as a market research apprentice, Skill S1. This is all about the art of managing, well, everyone. Clients, teams, suppliers, the whole shebang, and getting a project across the finish line. Let's do this. So, meet Jody. She's a market research apprentice at IBIS Stores, and she's just been handed a brand new project. And her first reaction, it's that sinking feeling of, whoa, this is a lot. I mean, we've all been there, right? You've got the client, your own team, an outside agency. It's totally normal to wonder, where on earth do I even start? So Jody has this big, complicated task in front of her, but she doesn't really have a game plan yet. Feeling a little lost, she does something really smart. She goes to her mentor, Adam, for a little guidance on how to get through this maze. And Adam just nails it. He basically lays it out for her. Jody, our goal is to move you from the column on the left to the one on the right. To go from just reacting to fires and juggling a million things at once to proactively managing risks and actually delivering the results everyone's counting on. That shift right there is what mastering Skill S1 is all about.
Okay, so how does Jody actually make that jump? Well, Adam starts by breaking down the whole theory behind the skill, and he gives her this really powerful new way to think about her role. Adam calls it being the project conductor. I love this analogy. Think about it. You're not the one playing the violin or the drums. That's your data team or the design agency. No, your job is to be out front with the master plan, the sheet music, and make sure everyone plays their part at exactly the right time. Your job is to make sure it all comes together in perfect harmony. But Adam doesn't stop with a cool analogy. He gives her a practical roadmap, a 6-step guide to get there. It starts with the basics, right? Understanding scheduling, getting comfy with the tools. Then you break down the big project into smaller, bite-sized tasks. You keep an eye on everything, create a realistic schedule, and this is the big one. You get ready to manage risks when things, inevitably go a little sideways. Theory's awesome, but the real magic happens when you put it into practice. So now, let's watch Jody take all of Adam's advice and start conducting her own little project orchestra over at IBIS Stores. So here it is, Jody's first real schedule. This is step 5 in action. You can see she's mapped out all the big moments from the first client meeting all the way to the final delivery. Every week has a clear job, and you can start to see how everything connects, right? The design agency can't really start their work until those initial briefings are done. This timeline, it's basically her sheet music for the entire project. But here's the thing. As anyone who's ever managed a project knows, the plan is really just a suggestion. The real test comes when something goes off script. And for Jody, that moment is about to arrive. And boom, here we go. This is step 6, manage risk, playing out in real time. The design agency hits a snag, a 3-day delay. Now the old, overwhelmed Jody, she probably would have freaked out. But the new project conductor Jody, she springs into action. She doesn't just sit and wait. She gets on the phone, confirms a new delivery date, tweaks her internal schedule, and, so important, she lets her manager, Riddle, know exactly what's going on. That, right there, is proactive risk management. It's beautiful. Okay, so Jody did an amazing job handling that curveball. But, and this is a big but for her apprenticeship, doing the work is only half the battle. Now her coach, Olivia, steps in to talk about the other half, proving it. This right here is the golden rule for any apprentice. Olivia puts it perfectly. It's not enough to just do the work, you have to show the work. Every single action you take, every problem you solve, it needs to be documented. That's how you build your case in your portfolio on the Aptum system to prove you've actually mastered this skill. And connecting those actions to actual evidence is absolutely key. So Olivia shows Jody exactly how it's done. That project schedule she made? That becomes a screenshot in her portfolio. The email she sent to the agency about the delay? Perfect evidence of professional communication. The chat she had with Riddle? That's backed up by meeting notes. And her thought process for handling the delay? That becomes a written reflection on risk management. It's like, I did this, and here's the receipt. Okay, so Jody's portfolio is now packed with solid evidence. She's feeling good. Now, Olivia helps her get ready for the grand finale, the endpoint assessment, or EPA. This is where she's going to have to talk through all her experiences. So, picture this. You're in the hot seat, and the assessor asks you a question like this. It's a classic. They want to see how you handle those tricky situations where 2 different people want 2 different things. So what's a good answer look like? Wow, just look at Jody's answer. It's perfect, it's clear, it's confident. She lays out the problem. Client wants one thing, her manager wants another. She describes her action, I scheduled a meeting, and she explains the result, a compromise that worked for everyone. See? She's not just a person who sends emails, she's a strategic problem solver.
Let's do one more. This question goes straight to the heart of Skill S1. They're asking directly about how she kept tabs on everything and handled risks.
And another home run. She uses her real-world experience, that supplier delay. She clearly explains how she used the plan to spot the problem, what steps she took, and who she talked to. And that last sentence, my evidence for this is in my Aston portfolio. That is a power move. She's telling the assessor, I'm not just telling you a good story, I've got the receipts to prove it.
And just like that, Jody's journey comes full circle. Remember how she started? Totally overwhelmed, staring at this huge project, not knowing where to begin. But now, after some great mentoring and real-world practice, she's become a confident project conductor. And that's really the main takeaway here. Mastering Skill S1 isn't just about learning how to use a Gantt chart. It's about a total shift in your mindset. It's about transforming that feeling of pure chaos into the kind of confidence that only comes from knowing you're in control. So Jody learned how to lead her project orchestra and delivered an amazing result. She found that perfect harmony between all the different people involved. So the only question left for you is, what project are you going to take control of next?